So today I want to go over the very sensible discussion of pay to win in Diablo 4. And ever since Diablo 4 was revealed, and especially after Diablo Immortal, there's been the worry that there's going to be pay to win elements in Diablo 4. And even more recently, there's been a lot of people thinking that there's going to be pay for convenience items sold in the Diablo 4 premium shop or within the battle pass. So I want to go over all of the information we have for monetization around Diablo 4 so we can give what I think is a pretty conclusive answer. So to start off, we need to get an understanding of the overarching monetization model, starting off with Diablo 4 being a buy-to-play game, meaning you have to pay the box cost to even play the game. Then there's going to be a cosmetic-only premium shop where you buy premium currency and then buy any of the cosmetics you want out of the shop, whether it be armor or weapon transmogs or different customizations for mounts. Then with every new season of Diablo 4, there's also going to be a battle pass that will last the length of a season. Diablo 4 seasons last 3 months, so the battle passes will follow along with that. And battle passes will cost $10 for the premium version, but there will still be free rewards you can earn from the free version of the battle pass. But if you want all the additional cosmetics, you can also pay that $10. And then finally, somewhere down the road, we're going to be getting expansions that we're presumably going to be paying for, but we know very little information on that. We don't know how frequently we'll be getting expansions. We don't know how much it will cost, but that will be something down the road. And we do actually know a lot of information about these different pieces of monetization because this was the subject of one of the developer quarterly updates. So I wanted to go through all these different pieces of monetization and go over some of the worries about if there could be pay to win or pay for convenience items in these. Now, first off, we have the box cost and the different versions, and pretty much everything in these are just cosmetic items. The only thing that could even slightly be considered somewhat pay to win is that if you pre-order some of the higher versions of the game, you're able to get 4-day early access to the actual launch. You can play the game earlier than people who don't pre-order or don't buy the higher tier versions. Now, this is something that I've said before. I don't really like when there's this paid for early access on full release games, but I think the one silver lining or thing that doesn't make this too bad is that there really won't be any leaderboards in the game on launch. If there's going to be any leaderboards, that will start in season 1, which will be releasing a few weeks after the launch of the game. So if you're somebody that really likes going for leaderboards or world firsts or anything like that, not pre-ordering a higher version of the game to get this early access won't be too big of a deal. But again, I'm really not a fan of the early access pre-order bonuses. Now, the premium cosmetic shop is going to work in basically the same way you've seen in other games. You buy a premium currency or earn it through other ways, such as on the battle pass, and then you get to purchase different cosmetics. And primarily, this is going to take the form of full armor sets for specific classes. Now, once you buy an armor set, you can use that on any character you want to unlock that transmog, just as you unlock any other transmog from just playing the game. But these are designed as class-specific things, so most of these pieces are going to be only for a specific class. And buying these sets of armor also lets you mix and match with any other transmog pieces you have, because it's giving you the different pieces of armor as actual transmog pieces. So it gives you a lot more variation on creating your own unique looking transmog. And there's presumably going to be other cosmetics in the shop, probably different weapons you can go with. And then there's probably going to be a decent bit of items around mounts, different looking mounts, different mount armor looks, and even completely different mounts. But again, all of this is only going to be cosmetic. None of this is going to affect gameplay in any way. In fact, we also got the clarification that you're also not able to trade any of these items you get from the premium shop to other players. That was a worry when they first talked about the cosmetic shop. You would just be able to buy these items and then trade them to other players, essentially making the game still pay to win in a way. But there's no way to do that. You can't trade any of these as well. And then we have the seasonal battle pass, which has been the most controversial part of the monetization of Diablo 4. And again, seasons are going to last 3 months. The battle pass is going to go along with that. There's going to be free and premium rewards in the battle pass that you progress, whether you buy it or not. And you're primarily going to be getting premium currency to spend in the cosmetic shop or cosmetic items themselves that are themed for that season. Now, there's also going to be seasonal XP boost in the battle pass, but these XP boosts are only in the free track, so you don't have to pay any money to unlock these, and you can't pay any money to unlock these quicker, because you'll also be able to buy tier skips like you can for battle passes in basically any other game, where you spend additional money and you progress through the battle pass faster. But with the seasonal XP boost, you have to get to a certain level to even unlock these, so you're not going to be able to unlock them any quicker for paying additional money. So again, the battle pass has been thoroughly explained to only have cosmetic items, whether that's premium currency to buy more cosmetics or just straight cosmetics themselves. There's no gameplay altering features, convenience items, or anything like that in the battle pass. And as I've gone through all these monetization systems, you'll have noticed that the developers have clearly stated there's going to be nothing outside of purchasable cosmetics in any of these systems. You won't be able to purchase anything that affects your gameplay in any way. And they have specifically also said, even recently, they have reiterated this even more times, that everything is cosmetic only. And there's not any room for interpretation in this. They have specifically said that all microtransactions and further monetization is going to be cosmetic only. They have not said that you won't be able to buy power or anything like that. Their specific statements don't even leave any room for convenience items, and that's one of the big reasons I want to make this video, because pretty recently, with a lot of talk around respecking in the game, a lot of people now think that the developers are going to make respecking harder just to sell you tokens that allow you to respec, which again, going off of their many dozens of statements, would not be allowed when everything is only cosmetic. And this is a little bit off topic of monetization, but this is one of the big reasons why I wanted to make this video of this talk of these Respec tokens possibly being sold somewhere down the road. And that's why respecing is going to be hard in Diablo 4. And this is just fundamentally not understanding or having all the information about how respecing is going to work in Diablo 4 and how hard or easy it's going to be. And this primarily comes from an interview that was done like 6 months ago, where one of the developers of Diablo 4 said that respecing is going to get harder as you go up in levels, and at some point respecing may be so expensive that you would just want to make another character. Now this was later clarified, being explained that they primarily don't want people respecing tons of times in a single day, or even respecing multiple times in a singular activity, and that it would generally be taking probably like a day to fully respec your character. And usually in developer talk, a day usually means like 4 to 6 hours. And that's generally what it would end up taking to actually fully respec your character. And going off of all of the information I have for Diablo 4, including tons of leaked footage and information from the endgame beta, I personally think it's pretty laughable to think they would sell Respec tokens, just because of how easy I know it's actually going to be to respec the entirety of a max level character, especially if you focus on making gold to be able to respec your character faster, if that's something you're wanting to do at that exact moment. I can with almost 100% certainty tell you that they are not going to be selling respec tokens unless they just randomly flip a switch, make respecing ridiculously hard. But as of right now, as of the endgame closed beta, as of even the public beta, respecing at higher levels is not going to be some ultra expensive thing that's so expensive they're going to sell you tokens and you're going to want to buy them. And again, every statement we have had for monetization of the game have all said that it's going to be cosmetic only. So things like respec tokens, things like new stash tabs, all don't fall under that cosmetic only category. So my conclusion for the monetization of Diablo 4 is that it's only going to be cosmetic only. You're not going to be able to buy gear. It's not going to be pay to win. With almost 100% certainty, you're not going to be able to buy any convenience items either. Now, this doesn't mean you have to like the monetization of Diablo 4 or it's all perfect. It's still going to be a pretty expensive game with a full AAA box cost, a premium shop, a seasonal battle pass that in my opinion is basically just buying more cosmetics, and then somewhere down the road also buying expansions. So I'm not saying you have to like the monetization of Diablo 4. I'm just saying with every piece of information we have, it's all pointing to it only being cosmetics, and that you will not be able to buy any power, convenience, or anything outside of purely cosmetic items. But that's all I want to go over, so thanks for watching.